Imagine a world where Christianity never existed. No churches, no crosses, no Bible verses. How different would our reality be? Brace yourself as we explore a world without Christianity and uncover its shocking implications.
Welcome to today's episode. Have you ever wondered what our world would look like without Christianity? How would history, science, art, morality, and even our everyday lives be transformed? Today we're diving deep into this fascinating alternate reality. Stay tuned because what you're about to hear might just blow your mind. Let's start with history. Christianity radically transformed the Roman Empire. From Emperor Constantine's conversion to the fall of Rome, Christianity brought new values of compassion, equality, and care for the marginalized. Without it, the Roman Empire may have taken a very different path. Would it have lasted longer? Or would the Dark Ages have come sooner with a harsher, more militarized society? Think about practices like infanticide, gladiatorial games, and slavery. Christianity condemned these acts and introduced the idea that every life is sacred. This emphasis on the value of human life reshaped civilizations. Without it, would these practices have continued unchecked, or would another moral system have risen in its place? Then there's the spread of Christianity through Europe, which helped unify diverse tribes and lay the groundwork for modern nation-states. No Christianity might mean no Charlemagne, no Holy Roman Empire, and perhaps a very fragmented Europe. What would that mean for the development of Western civilization? And the ripple effects go even further. Without the unifying influence of Christianity, would Europe have experienced the Renaissance or the Enlightenment in the same way? These periods were deeply influenced by Christian thought, even as they questioned traditional church authority. Did you know that many of the greatest scientific advancements came from Christian thinkers? Galileo, Copernicus, Isaac Newton, all of them were motivated by a belief in an orderly universe created by God. This belief provided the framework for modern science. The universe operates on consistent, discoverable laws. Without Christianity, the preservation of knowledge during the Dark Ages by monasteries wouldn't have happened. Monks meticulously copied ancient texts, safeguarding the wisdom of the Greeks and Romans. Universities, many of which were founded by the Church, might not exist in the same form or at all. Imagine a world where such knowledge was lost. Would science have advanced as quickly, or would humanity have been centuries behind? And what about the motivation to explore the heavens or understand the human body? Christianity inspired countless researchers to seek knowledge for the glory of God. In an alternate reality, science might have lacked this ethical drive or unified vision. Without this foundation, would modern medicine, space exploration, and technological advancements look drastically different? What about morality? Christianity introduced the revolutionary idea of loving your neighbor as yourself. Concepts like forgiveness, humility, and universal human dignity became central to Western ethics. Without these teachings, would the world embrace the same level of human rights and social justice? Many of the movements for equality, from the abolition of slavery to civil rights, were driven by Christian values. Without them, would these causes have been delayed? Would they have happened at all? While other moral systems existed, Christianity provided a unique combination of compassion and justice that influenced laws and societal norms. Without it, what would morality look like? Survival of the fittest? A stronger emphasis on power over kindness? The world might have lacked a shared framework for universal dignity and charity. Chapter 4: Art and Culture. Now, let's talk about art. Imagine no Sistine Chapel, no Handel's Messiah, no literary works inspired by Christian themes. Christianity shaped some of the most iconic art, music, and literature in history. What would replace these masterpieces? Would art be purely functional or driven by pagan, secular, or other spiritual traditions? How different would our cultural identity be without the influence of Christian symbols and stories? The Bible's narratives inspired countless creative minds. Without it, how much of our shared cultural heritage would be missing? And what would take its place, if anything? Entire genres of literature, from Dante's Divine Comedy to John Milton's Paradise Lost, would cease to exist. Chapter 5, Society and Traditions. Think about our everyday lives. No Christmas, no Easter, no church gatherings. Christianity has given us not just spiritual meaning, but also traditions that bring families and communities together. Without it, what would society's anchor be? Would we create new celebrations, or would life become more isolated with fewer shared cultural moments? How would people find meaning or cope with life's challenges without the rituals and support systems provided by Christianity? Holidays are more than just days off. They represent shared values and stories. Without Christianity, would those values still unite us? Chapter 6. The Global Picture. Christianity's influence isn't just Western. Missionaries brought education, healthcare, and humanitarian aid to some of the world's most remote regions. What would global development look like without these efforts? Many of the world's most prestigious universities, including Harvard, Yale, and Princeton, were founded as theological schools. Their original mission was to train clergy and spread Christian teachings. Without Christianity, these institutions might never have existed, or their focus would have been vastly different. Christianity also played a major role in the establishment of hospitals. Churches pioneered healthcare systems that cared for the sick and dying, often free of charge. From medieval monasteries to modern mission hospitals, the Church's commitment to healing transformed medical care across the globe. What would happen to healthcare systems without this foundation of compassion and service? Of course, Christianity's history isn't without flaws. Crusades, colonialism, and conflicts were often entangled with religion, but overall its contributions to human progress are undeniable. Would the world's poorest regions have been ignored without the compassion-driven efforts of Christian organizations? The global landscape might look far less equitable and interconnected. Conclusion: a thought experiment. So what have we learned? A world without Christianity would be radically different. History, science, morality, art, and even our daily lives might not be the same. While this is a thought experiment, it highlights the profound impact Christianity has had on shaping our world. What do you think? How would our world look without Christianity? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more thought-provoking content. Until next time, keep exploring the big questions